Welcome back to another Rando Chats with Joleen Late Night Live. Continued from the last live. So, like I thought would happen, my phone died when I was in line at Target, which you probably know. Like Renee is saying, thank you. So we're back. I'm now at home. I brought my few items that I purchased back here. I have to take an allergy medication because I have the sniffles. Let's see, does this one make me tired? Sneezing, runny nose, itchy water eyes, itchy throat. So I apologize for the sniffles, but temporarily relieve symptoms. This isn't the one I normally take. I don't think this is. Oh, now I'm drowsy. Woo woo woo. Hello, Angel Eyes. Hello, Renee. Don't mind me as I pop an allergy pill. And just for people who might be like, she's popping pills, it's literally an allergy pill. You never know these days. There'll be a post, and it'll be like, Jolene's a druggie. It's like, no, I'm an alcoholic, not a druggie. But both are fine. Both are fine. Okay, so I brought my stuff home. Let me take this with my Diet Coke. I got late night Diet Coke, even though my phone just told me it's bedtime. Hello, Nanya. Hello. From the Netherlands. Hello, Macy. Alexis is here. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys what I promised, a little look at the spooky season decorating I just started. So please don't judge. Well, you can judge. But be kind because I have a lot to do. Oh yeah, or no, wasn't that Mrs. Doubtfire does that, Renee? I think it was Mrs. Doubtfire. So I have a lot more to do, but those of you who watched the stream just a little bit ago, we went to Target. Tomorrow, I might go live on this channel because I want to use this channel for my vlogs, travel vlogs, different day-to-day things, and then these rando lives, but also kind of decorating stuff because I do love a cheesy holiday decorating. I love it. And we're entering into the season of spookiness with Halloween and Christmas. So all good stuff. I also, I'll let you guys know, I changed one of my Instagrams. I think it used to be my Good Pop one when me and Sarah from Nerdtainment had our Good Pop podcast. And I think I changed it over to a spooky season decorating Instagram. So I want to do one of those because I can't really put it on my Instagram because people don't follow me to see that. So if you're into that sort of thing, I'll let you know what the account is. I'm sure I'll post it in my stories of my regular Instagram and see if anyone's interested in that. And go to TJ Maxx and go to Target and go to World Market and other places for the holidays. And we can go and shop together. Who doesn't love shopping? This is when I really miss Nana because our favorite thing to do together is shop. We love it. Yeah, I knew it was Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello, Petunia. Hello. So I'll show you what I just bought. So my tree theme is pumpkin. If you guys follow me on Instagram, if you've been following me for a while, you know that last year I had a sponsorship. I don't want to open this door up. With a tree company that since has went out of business. And then there was a very public breakup we had because, Cliff Notes, our stalker, and I'm still going to say some of those haggers from the JY world were looking to take away everything Jolene has. So they posted something and accused me of doing something that was not the truth. As me and Busy were doing one of our parodies, our stalker and his weirdos took it and were like, Jolene and Busy are homophobic and racist, and Jolene's doing virtual blackface, and it just made no sense. However, this company I was working with, Treetopia, they weren't that big of a company, and they had been messaged, and so they replied to the tweet from one of his supporters called Mel's Native. That's what she calls herself. She literally is a woman from Michigan who looks as white as me, but claims, she's just one of those ladies. You always find those like white ladies who are like, no, I'm really Native American. You're like, okay. And Sure. But also, they don't understand the idea of like white passing and the privilege they have with that. So they want to like claim a struggle that isn't theirs. So they just do a disservice to people of color because it's just literally, I guarantee if we looked into this chick, she would have like -3% something. Remember there was that Carrie Ann lady and she was like, I'm the, and they just, and you're like, okay, awesome. But yeah, but like, what? So she then was like, they're racist. It's like, what? So it was a whole mess. So anyways, that sponsorship ended and then they went out of business. So I think if they would have just kept me, and then they messaged me and they were like, sorry, Joleen, we really like working with you, but we just can't deal with controversy. And I'm like, okay, but you could have messaged me before you replied publicly on Twitter to this weirdo lady. So yes, exactly. It's that Dolezal, Rachel Dolezal. You guys remember, you guys who've been with me for a while, you know how fucked up that situation was. It was so messed up. And they knew that, accusing me and Busy of something like that, which is like the antithesis of what we are at our core. I mean, Busy's homophobic. Okay. Busy? No. And it's just crazy. Anyways, so that now is something we can laugh about. But now I have all these trees from my, deals I did with them. And I'm happy for that because I still like a colored cheesy tree. I don't care. I got a black one. I have a pink one, a big pink one, a small pink one. So I love it. All right. Yeah. I mean, sorry for them. I wish they would have handled it better. They're good people. They got scammed. They got scammed by, online people. We know what that is like. We know what that is like to get some of us, not everyone. Okay. Um, I'm still amazed at politics and human rights in a country. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do in this country. A lot of work to do. We have a very problematic split down the middle, which can be explained in our current season of Big Brother. We have Taylor Hale. We have the two top people that are getting the votes for America's favorite player. One of them being Taylor Hale, this wonderful woman who was Miss Michigan. She came into the house with just grace and empathy and has been bullied the whole season, and people have been racist and put microaggressions on her. And then we have Kyle, the white guy who thought that all of the people of color were working together and pushed out microaggressions on them. And so those are the two that are in the top two running for America's favorite player. So if that doesn't explain how the United States is so split down the middle like that, I don't know what else does. Because when I found out that Kyle and Taylor are the two top players for America's favorite player, that was crazy to me. So crazy. So, oh, you inherited a lot of your mom and grandma's vintage holiday decorations. I think it'll look hip this year. Oh my God, yes. I love it. I love cheesy, kitsch, vintage, all of it. All right. So I know it's terrible, Macy. Thank goodness you live in the Netherlands. I was in the Netherlands, I think. I just came across my old tour schedule, and me and my husband, because we did a military tour on a bunch of American military bases in Europe. And there was a picture of us, and we were in the Netherlands for such a short time, but it was so beautiful. And we were in these little coffee shops, and everyone had a bike. And the streets were cute, but I don't remember the city. So I'll have to look it up. I wanted to put a little vlog together, even though this was back in 2016. But I loved it. Oh, look it. We have our first super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Queen of My Truth. Michigan here. Hello, Michigan. Well, your beautiful Taylor Hale, former Miss Michigan, is who I'm voting for America's favorite player. And I'm exciting. Yes, he is. He is definitely, I saw it on Twitter, and there was like a push for him. Right? Because you have that other side of the country who's very alt-righty, who's like, oh, they called out the white guy. God, justice for the white guy, you know. I mean, we see that all the time, unfortunately. I would love to come back. I want to go back. I got to post that picture. It's like a throwback. I'm a brunette then, but it was beautiful, but I forget what part of the Netherlands we were in. It's so horrible. But we went to so many places and we weren't there very long, but long enough for me to go, this is adorable and beautiful and everything. Jessica said I voted 60 times for Taylor. Your coffee shops are the cutest. It was so cute. We just sat in there and we sat at a table where you could look outside, and it was the best. Okay, let's get back to this decorating thing. So I'll show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing. I'll turn my camera on. I'm going live from my phone right now, just so I can do this because the camera I normally use is on my computer. So here's one of the things that I bought. If you're with me at Target, I got this little coffin club. How cute is this? So it's like, laugh your head off. And me being a comedian, I loved how cheesy it was. So I've been kind of pulling out all of my spooky season decorations to get my living room decorated. Geneva, we're back. So I brought this baby home with me, lit a couple candles. These are my favorite candles from TJ Maxx. But I haven't, what is that? Oh, it's a scratch. I thought it was a cat hair. But I haven't found them. There's like a lot of different flavors or smells. This one's is Ghoul's Hot Chocolate, and they're so cheap too. They're like TJ Maxx. I mean, $10. I mean, it's not bad, but it has the top of it is like this rubber coffee, so it looks like a coffee. I had a pumpkin spice one. I have a witch's brew one. The pumpkin spice is my favorite, but that's always the first one to run out. So this one is from last year, but obviously I didn't like it that much, so I lit that. I found tarot cards that I got last year at TJ Maxx. I don't know how to read tarot, but I just thought it'd be a fun decoration. I was going to teach myself, and then I never did. So I'm sure I can. I mean, how hard can it be? I don't know. I got my witch's hat out. I got another candle lit. I took out my World's Scariest Places magazine, and I have a potpourri dish with friggin' snakes in it. I tried to give these to my little nephew, and he played with them for like a second, and he's like, over it. And then here's some of my little wicked things that I made for my tree last year. Okay, so here is the mantle. So here's what we're working with. There are little lights in here, but I have to buy new ones because they're not bright anymore. Okay. Right? I'll try to learn. Okay. Stays with I need a new one. This one is like a couple weeks old and I have one broken, but thank you for saying that. And then I have my little, bottle, whatever trees. A little bit of foliage back there, little pumpkins. I need to add some lights. So I need to get some kind of lights to put up here. Last year I bought these from Michael's, and then we spray painted them black, like little witches' hats. And then I have fun little candles. And this was more for last year when I had my Wicked theme for witches. So I have all of these fingers, these witch fingers. So I thought they would look so cute in like a bowl, but it's okay. I mean, it worked better with last year's theme. So we have a couple little things. So these two are Target. So it's like it's a building of a town. Okay. And then we have this kind of goes with this, the metal homes. And there's a townhome one I think I don't have. I think it's the only one I don't have. And then also with the LED flameless candle, the witch hats, but I definitely need more lights up here because I can't really see. Now, I had a bunch of these brooms, so I just started randomly hanging them up. They're from Michael's. These were made for me. I love them, love them, love them. Witch parking. Welcome my pretties. And then we go into more of the little town people. I like this one because it lights up really bright. But all these like little pumpkins and the trees. So we're going to add this guy to it. Hello. Well, I'll have to make a couple changes. But the comedy club by the house. I'll have to move this over. Oh, and then I have like a crystal ball thing, and I just threw some orange type gauzy decorative thing in there. Random candle. So I'll make this look cuter once I get the lights and stuff, but I'll throw the comedy club in this little town. I feel like it should be a little moved up a little bit. Maybe this thing could go back on my table. And yeah, I'll work on it, but needless to say, we added to the little town and some more foliage. And here's my little behind the scenes where I go live. I added some stuff over there too. So, and there's Tilly laying on my computers. There's my monitor. Okay. And there's my tree. You guys, this is my tree. So I want to go to Michael's because I want to get more of these very large jack-o'-lantern ornaments. I love them. This is a little smaller version, but they were selling them, these two in pairs. So the theme of this tree is just orange jack-o'-lantern pumpkins with a witch hat on top, because I thought the witch hat was so cute from Michael's. So all this is from Michael's. These I also got from Michael's, which are little pails. And they were pretty cheap. And I thought, well, I could put those on there. This is a random pumpkin, so I'm working on it. But I need more. Definitely need more. Now, these are the two pails I got from Target tonight. I don't know if I love them. I wanted them to be more rounded, even though these aren't that round. So, but I'm going to go nuts on the pumpkins on this tree. And then the bottom, I want it to be all pumpkins around the bottom of the tree. Some fake, some real. And just really go pumpkin nuts. What do you guys think? Let me turn up I just love that witch hat. Something with me and witches. Okay. But these ones are for sure my favorite. I love the size of this. But they didn't come with hooks, which I thought was interesting. So I had to tie a little bit of twine on there. And then, yeah, which one was that on? I don't remember. So last year I had it in the area now where I go live, because I moved my desk. That's the actual office, but Chell has all his stuff in there. And when you're married, you have to have like separate space. So I'm like, I'll just make this corner of the living room my office area. And then, yeah, this one's last year from Target. It lights up inside, but I think I like these. You'll have to let me know in the comments, but I think I like these little tins more than I like these big plastic pails. But I'm not sure, I'm not sure. That's what I did last year for my tree. You'll have to follow me on Instagram. Because I have pictures last year, and I stuck brooms all on the sides, and it looked pretty cool. And then, oh no, my witch hats aren't lighting up. So then I have these, oh, they are. So I have these witch hats that I hang up here. Aren't they cute? It does have a remote. Let me see. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's see. Okay, so you can have them twinkle, twinkle, faster. So they have a bunch of different modes. What's that one do? Did I turn it off? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Maybe I have to go on this side. Oh, no, they're still on. All right. Twinkle or something. Do something. Do something, sir. Ma'am. Okay, back on. One. What the heck? So there's like a battery thing up there that I had Chell hang for me. And he's like, you're going to be able to see it. I'm like, that's okay. So aren't they cute? That's so cute. I think when the light's off, it's cuter. Let me turn the light off. Oops. Come on, Joleen. Okay. Okay, so I'll turn that light off. And I'll turn this light off. So isn't that cute? How it just like lights up. I just love those little witch hats. I think they're supposed to go outside, but I put them inside because I think they're so cute. I should turn off my ring light. You guys are like, I get it. I understand how twinkling lights work. Okay. See? Let's see if they'll do a different mode. You can turn up the brightness. Okay. That's not really changing, but you get it. You get it. Hey, you get it. Okay. So, and then obviously the mantle, it needs more lights. And then we have a little vase. I put more of the, whatever that is, gauzy type ribbon stuff there. I found them on Amazon, those, and I have a link. I'm going to link it when I start doing blogs because I have like an Amazon, what is it called? One of those where you have like your, not influencer link, but anybody can do it. You just have your, hey, here's where I bought it. If you buy it here, I might get a deal or something. And then we have our Catarinas, and they're so cute. Look at these beautiful. This one's my favorite, the bride one. And then these two are like the sisters. And then she has a gun, which I heard JY's getting a gun, and that worries me. That really, really worries me. So I'm glad you guys think it's cute. So I still have a lot to do. But I've been trying, and I have all this green last year from doing Wicked. So I started like wrapping stuff. And I was like, Joe, do you like this? And he was like, no. And I'm like, me neither. But I started just wrapping all this like ribbon and gauze of green I had from last year and stuff because I just didn't know what to do with it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Oops. But I definitely need like fairy lights, up here. I think they have some I want at Michael's, and they also have some on Amazon. This will have to go back here now. I definitely have a lot of witch stuff from last year, but I'm in love with this coffin club. It's so cute. This guy, I wish all of my town things were this bright, because that's like the perfect amount of brightness. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, yeah. That's it. And these used to light up too. So I just need new batteries for a lot of stuff. I realized when I was at Target I should have gotten batteries, and I didn't. So these will have lights in them. Both these little houses, which will be great. I need like a mirror or something there, like a creepy mirror or something to put there. And then when I can light the fireplace when it's not 105 degrees. But this is my favorite, just sitting here and watching all of the Halloween movies and make Chell watch it with me. Like watching the first Halloween is usually the first movie I watch. I got to start with a classic, Michael Myers. But yeah. I just love this black tree. It's so cute. And I decorated for Christmas too. I did a lumberjack theme for Christmas. Right? The pumpkin house is so cute. So cute. Took my teen. Oh my love spirit. Oh, I bet you the one out here is open now. I'm going to have to go there. I pulled out all my cat ears, or some of them, to wear. Where's my other ones? Oh, and from last year when I did the Wicked Witch tree, I still have these legs. I still have a yellow brick road. I didn't know what to do with her, so she's just sitting here right now. And Jill wanted to put something like back behind the TV, like a hat, because I do have all of these hats. I have 2 big witch hats. But yeah, I should start learning tarot. And then we have, I'm going to buy some new covers for pillows. And these ones I got last year at Kohl's. I thought they were really cute, and I like kind of the rust color, but they're not orange enough for this theme. So they'll have to go in the office. We have a couch in there. They can go in there. I have way too many throw pillows. And then this is like just a silly little cat one from Target. So yeah, and then I need a good throw because I have this throw. which is, you know, kind of fall-like. I don't hate it, but it's not fun enough. I need something more fun. And I need to recover these floral. Get rid of the floral. These are not my favorite pillows at all, but whatever. So that's what we got going on. Let's see. Let me grab this. I just love that it's tree season. It makes me so happy. So happy. Oh my gosh. The cat I got at Target. I think they still have them. The top of the tree, Empress, is a witch's hat. So it's orange and black. And then we have these witch hats. And then we have my little area. Oh, I did decorate my little area. So the picture I had, I put my black gauze witchy eyeball thingy. You guys know what I'm saying. Over it. And I pulled out my little candle. And then another one of those, my favorite candles, this Witch's Brew. The DW candles from TJ Maxx. And then obviously I kept my Buffy light that my brother got me for my birthday last year. It's so cool. But you can do lots of different colors. I love these little remote things. Do a strobe, fade, do a fade. My troll dolls are back there. Nana gave me my troll dolls. I was so happy to get my trolls back. So cute. I moved my Breakdown with Joleen sign here. And then this lovely picture of me and Chell in the afterlife. And I think I need, this light bulb changes color, so I'll probably change it to orange. I need some orange lights back there. And then some more little, like, again, I bought so many of these last year, these dang witches brooms. So, and then all my Buffy books that I love. All this and my Buffy game. All of my favorite things. Did Nana get a new chair? No, she didn't get a new chair. She did not get a new chair. She refuses. This is a Buffy light. So it comes looking like a VHS tape. My brother found this guy on Instagram. I think a lot of people do this now. I have these little stores where they take old movies or TV shows with VHS. And so they packaged it like a normal VHS, but when you take it out, it is a light. See, it's plugged in there. And so this is actually Welcome to the Hellmouth / The Harvest, which is the 2-part season 1 series premiere of Buffy. And I actually really love the premiere of Buffy. Some people, they don't like season 1 because it's so long ago and it's kind of, some of the graphics are kind of cheesy, but it's like, it was in 1997. What do you expect? And they probably filmed it in like 96 or 95. So then I just put that next to it and you can change the things. Like do a strobe or flash. Yeah, there you go. So super cute, right? I love it. I used to know the store's name on Instagram, but I forgot. But I love it. I love all these. And so many people have gotten me wonderful Buffy books, like Dawn W. She's got me so many of these books. They're so good. Some of them, like the official, I think that is like the Watcher's, no, this one's the Watcher's Guide. I haven't even opened this one yet, but the other ones I love reading. And this is a Sunnydale journal, and I use those for my joke books, where I write all my jokes. I think I have one in my cabinet here, don't I? Did I use? I got my beads in here, my cabinet. Anything else? Oh, this will come out for Christmas. This guy's dying to come out and play. I got my little clarinet, which I did have out, but now with spooky season, I just put it away for now. But they bought me back my clarinet when Nana sold it when I was a kid. And she didn't tell me until later. Here's the glasses I wear when I play the Stankfish. I had lost them, but if you look at the parody on Sip and Key I did of Dophie and the Stankfish, these are the glasses that I wore. Just random old person readers. So, right? Buffy light with aesthetics. I got so much stuff that I have to. I should go through some of this stuff, but oh well. And then I've made so many. Let's see if I have bracelets in here. Okay, let's see. What is this? Let's undo this. Oh, there's some sunglasses. So I have so many bracelets. I've been making Halloween bracelets. You guys know I love making bracelets. I'm going to put them up on my Etsy store. I've made a lot. Here's another one. Just really cute. Cute, fun bracelets, but I keep forgetting to put them on my Etsy store, and I just have literally a whole drawer of bracelets I've made. That one's not really Halloween. Anything orange is kind of Halloween-y. This one's fun. Right? I'm just modeling them. I'm really bad at updating my Etsy store, but I do love making these silly bracelets, and I think they're fun. Okay, I already tried that one on. This one I tried on. Oh, I have lots of skulls. Oh, yeah, the skulls. Skulls for life. How cute. I love doing the little made with love tag. Okay. There's so many of these. Oh, here's one that's just all black beads with one little, okay, let's see. One pumpkin. How cute is that? Right? I gotta remember what my link is. It's called Kitsch Addiction if you go on Etsy. I don't think I have anything up right now that's for sale because I haven't updated it in a while, but I used to sell vintage t-shirts. And I haven't really, I don't live in LA anymore, so I don't have access to go. Well, I guess I could just go to Goodwills and stuff, but I had like real vintage t-shirts from my grandpa and my uncle that they didn't want because they used to work a lot of concerts in the 70s and 80s. And so I had a lot of these t-shirts that I would sell, and people loved them. This one's kind of cute. Okay, I'll try my best. I'll try my best. But I mean, like, this is like so many. That's why I love doing when me and Nana do giveaways of the bracelets. I hope you guys have just been so positive about the bracelets. And they're fun to make. And they were so fun for me to just make as I was sitting here watching my favorite shows or watching some of the drama. Oh, this is kind of a fun one. It's kind of fun. Hey, jack-o'-lantern. Tilly, where'd you go? I thought I saw she likes laying on my laptop. So this is what Friday nights are like when you're 42, sober, and your husband is working, and you moved to the desert during the pandemic, and all your friends live in LA. I do have a couple friends out here, and you don't do shows like you used to. Because there's not a lot of comedy out here, which is crazy. So anyways, yeah, so that's, oh, it's a green one. That was kind of cute. I forget about these. I need to be wearing some of these. If I'm not going to sell them, I should probably wear them, right, guys? Right? Yes, definitely. I gotta maybe I'll update my Etsy this weekend. It's probably good. I just have random tape like Raoul. He had about the stankfish had when me and Busy did our sipping tea. He had like 1 million of these up on his shelf, and I was like, scary. So that's what we have going on there, guys. But I'm excited to finish this tree and show you guys the finished product and let you know what the Instagram is to follow for my new spooky season Instagram. Okay, I have to show you something else. Okay, so here's my huge, look at this. This is my big microphone. I love it, but it is very big. So then I have my dual monitors, and then I have this computer, which has nothing to do. That's mostly work stuff. It has nothing to do with my live streaming. But there's my stuff there. But I do love this computer. Changed my life because before then I had webcams But this iMac has a camera in it that's literally so clear and amazing. So, but somebody sent me the cutest, look at this, for Tilly. So let me take a look. I forgot. So it's from a subscriber of mine. Her daughter. I sent them bracelets, and the daughter, she sent me a card, like wanted to send you some cute cat hats for producer Tilly. They were crocheted by her daughter. I also knit you and Chell some beanies. Oh my god, so sweet. I know it doesn't get super cold where you are, but if you visit Minnesota, you may need them. Again, thank you for all the laughs. You're awesome. So thank you, Carolyn. I gotta show this on my other channel as well, because I don't know if Carolyn follows me here. But her daughter, Leah, said, thank you very much for the bracelets. They're so cute. So I figured I'd crochet you cat hats. Hope you like them. I love them. Okay, so this is like a pumpkin one for Tilly, and they have a little cutout for her ears. I mean, I can't wait to put it on her. She's going to hate it. Maybe she'll love it, but I'm going to love it. And then look at this one. So this, I am good. Me and Chell and her are going to take family pictures wearing these little hats. This thing is so cute. I love it. I wish I knew how to crochet. Chell knows how to crochet. He's crocheted me a hat before. I think this is like a unicorn, right? It looks kind of unicorny, or like an egg. It's so cute. And then this is kind of like an alien guy. It's like that old cartoon where they would go underwater, the snorkel people or whatever they were called. So Tilly has so many costumes. I'm excited. And then Chell and I, look how cute these hats are. This is like hats that I would buy because I'm a beanie lover, because I know I live in the desert, but I'm a Minnesota girl at heart, and a beanie season. It's beanie season right now. So, I mean, how adorable are these two beanies? Carolyn and Leah killed it. So then we'll put Tilly in one. I really want to see her with this one that has a little ball on it. She's gonna hate it. I said I would try it tonight and send pictures to Chell, but I think I'm gonna just let her rest tonight, and then tomorrow I'll do it when he's here. Oh my gosh. So cute. I'm so excited because Chell will be back to day shifts at the hospital soon, so I will see him more. Because it's crazy when you're used to, your husband and you being on the same schedule, and then you're not. It's like, I miss him. Because then, he's working 12-hour overnight shifts, and then we're like sleeping at different times, and I don't like it. But I love these. These are so, thank you, Leah and Carolyn. You guys are so talented. Exactly, DGF. Skills that people have. Like, I wish I could make something like this. I don't think I have the patience. Look how beautiful this is. The colors, everything's beautiful. With the little ears. I cannot wait to put her in it. I know she's gonna hate it, but I don't care. And then sending me little cards is so sweet. Then I found a bunch of little Joe Malone samples, which I love. Which one's this one? I think this is one I don't love. No, this one's good. There's like an orange bitters that smells too old. What's this one? I don't even know what that is. I love Joe Malone, but it's so expensive. Okay, this one is, let me just look at it myself and see. No, I don't even know what these are. Let me spray this one, see if it smells good. That's like nice. That's crisp and nice. So Joe Malone, and it is Ode Bergamot. Okay. And then I have one random Midol, because I won't tell you how many times I'm on live and I'm like, I need a Midol. So I just have this, like, the future is female with lip gloss, Joe Malone, and one random Midol. Also, lipesteem.com, a fellow Minnesotan, woman of color, business. This is my favorite of hers because it has a mint to it and color and glitter. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And then I always have my favorite lip gloss of all time, Laneige. This is like, how many do I have over here? No, do I just have one? I must have one in my purse. I'm always running low. I have the nighttime lip mask. It's Ina, actually, if you guys know Ina from my main channel, she got me onto this, and my life has been so much better for it. It's so hydrating. You'll see me put it on a whole bunch during lives. And then, oh, my friend Jake, I got this in the mail. So one of my best friends since I was like 22 years old. Actually, I met him on my 23rd birthday. Jake, he sent me this. I've now, oh, does it have water stains? I probably put a cup on it, but I want to keep it forever. He sent me this, and he wrote a little note on it. And he said, congratulations on this milestone achievement. Your evolution as a comedian and a creator has been phenomenal. And what you've built is nothing short of incredible. I'm so proud of you, JD, not Jeffrey Dahmer. It's my friend Jake. Sometimes you'll see him in the comments, Jacob's Canvas. But he's like been one of my best friends for like, how old am I? Almost 20 years, which is crazy. We're old all of a sudden. But yeah, I just have random things here. I have a Charlotte Tilbury sharpener for my lip liner. Earrings, in case I forget a pair. I have ones to throw on. The one random Midol, a quarter. And then always perfume. I love smelly stuff. This stuff smells pretty good. Nest Golden Nectar. Golden Nectar. So, yeah. That's what I got going on back here. I've never tried the grapefruit. I've wanted to, though. Once I discovered Laneige, it was like a game changer for lip gloss because I used to love just like a Neutrogena. They have a type that I liked, but this is so much better. I'm putting some on right now as we speak. I like this because it's not sticky. It actually hydrates your lips and gives you like a nice sheen. I was looking up, so I've been putting together how silly this is. That's why I love these rando chats on this channel, because I can just share silly stuff with you that I don't know if you are interested in, but it's just nice. It's like chatting with friends. Where I, okay, so I've been putting together like my media packets for other, you have to do that kind of stuff for your media kits for sponsorship deals and stuff like that. Because I get hit up. I mean, everybody does. Most people, probably not John Yates, but most creators do. And there's sponsorships and things for people at all levels. They have your micro, macro, all these different influencers. And I'm definitely a very small influencer, and I don't want to influence. I don't want to be that girl that's on Instagram or YouTube like, hey, try this diet pill, or hey, you got a waist strainer. Like, I don't want to tummy tea. I want to like do stuff that I actually like. And so I've been putting together my media kit, and it's interesting because you really have to pull all your numbers, like where most people watch you from, male to female. I think you can guess most people that watch my lives and follow me are women, which I'm okay with. Women and gay men. It doesn't say gay men, but I'm just assuming because I just love gay men. No offense. I do like some straight men too. I prefer, gay men for the most part, but like I like my husband. He's a straight guy. I do have there's some straights that are pretty cool, but it's interesting putting this packet together. But I actually was looking at like, oh, Laneige, maybe I could do some kind of thing with them. So it's a very interesting doing this. And as I research more, as I want to venture out even into possible, I forget what it's called now, but it's where you basically make content for these companies. And then rather than you being like an influencer or getting a sponsorship deal with them, some people who have like, you can do it if you have like 300 followers on something, if you really like creating content. So there's a whole, world out there for everybody. It doesn't matter as long as you, make content that they find interesting and you put the work in or whatever. But I was just looking for more like, hey, some kind of deal. But you set your own rates, which is interesting. And no one tells you what to charge. So I'm like, well, let me just research Laneige. They probably need, smaller influencers. And then on their Instagram, and I'm like, I mean, I never see anybody. Hi, Tilly. Anybody, doing brand deals or whatever for Laneige. Sure enough, Sydney frickin' Sweeney is one of their spokespeople. I'm like, oh, they might not need me. They might not need me. Yeah, like brand ambassador. Yeah, exactly. So, it's just really interesting. Um, Sorry about that, Nanya. My phone died. My phone died. You know what? Scentbird has hit me up and emailed me before, and I haven't replied. Um, but it seems interesting because you get to make your own scent, and I do love a scent. So it might be something I'll have to look into in the past. Can you guys hear Tilly? She is purring. She is purring. This is what me and Tilly do. We chill. I have to do so many lives and so many videos for my other channel. I've just been really tired this week, so I'm behind. We have Big Brother ending on Sunday, which will be sad, but I just was exhausted from work and other things, and so you know, by the end of the Big Brother season, you're just like, ooh, goodness, that's a lot. But then when it's gone, I'll miss it. DGF said, I just signed up for Laneige emails. I've never heard of them. However, I respect your opinion. I'm going to. DGF, seriously, it's Ina put me on to this lip gloss, and she is, a makeup connoisseur. She knows her stuff. And I just love a lip gloss. I don't always need it to have, sparkle and color, but this gives you such like a good shine, very conditioning. It feels good. And if you are someone that, because there's times of the year where no matter how much water I drink, my lips are dry. Now I'm not foaming at the mouth, okay? Like some people, but my lips get dry. And it actually worked. So they have this lip mask, Laneige. They have a nighttime lip mask that you put on. And my little nephew Frankie, who suffers from like eczema type stuff. He always has to go to the dermatologist, and his skin is very sensitive. So when he was here, he always, he was with me for a month, him and Lucy. And as you guys know, and he always gets like this redness under his bottom lip. And I just feel so bad because then, with kids, they lick it and it's dry and it gets chapped and it hurts. And, he gets it where also on his fingers, where if he doesn't put his like medicated stuff from the dermatologist on his hands, if you don't make sure he's like moisturized and they put on the medicated stuff, his hands will crack and bleed. And I'm just like, no, my little guy. So I was like, I wonder if I can get rid of this. I wonder if I can help him. So I had a whole skin routine with him, and I tried to make it fun because he's 5 and he doesn't want to put lotion and creams on. So we would just make it like a game, and there would always be like, if you do this, then we'll go do something fun tomorrow. You do something you don't want to do, we'll do something you do want to do, and then we just make it like a silly thing. Like he likes when I jump scare him. Like again, these kids love spooky season, like we were talking about earlier. And so I'm like, okay, let me put lotion on you for 5 minutes, get all the areas and everything, and then I'll do some jump scares. And he's like, okay, because you can only keep his attention so long. But when it came to like putting like lip stuff on him, the doctor gave him somebody who was always licking it off. So what I did is I took this Laneige lip mask that I have. So DGF, if you do want something that'll make your lips so juicy when you wake up and just feeling good in the morning, get the Laneige lip mask. I go to bed with it. I wake up and I'm still like, I love having a lip gloss. Chell used to take pictures of me in the car. We went on many a road trip because we traveled for comedy, and then we just moved a lot, And he used to, when he was more active on social media, he was always driving and I was in the passenger seat and I fall asleep. And he was always taking pictures of me sleeping and posting it on Facebook because he thought, back in the day, people thought it was hilarious because there's me with my mouth partially open, passed out in the front seat. And people would always comment, is Joleen wearing lip gloss? She's sleeping. And I'm like, yes, I always put on lip gloss, even before bed. I don't like a dry lip. I just don't. I don't like a dry lip. I don't care. I don't like a dry lip. So this changed the game for me, this lip mask. So then when Frankie, my little nephew, with the skin issues and with the stuff under his lip and the chappedness, he was licking off, like I said, the medication that the doctor was not medication. It's just kind of like a prescription thing. I think it's like mostly like coconut oil or something. So nothing that can make him sick. But, you try to put chapstick on a kid and they're just going to lick it off, move around, this, that, and the other thing. And, hey, Jenny, yeah. So when I'd wait till he'd fall asleep, and then I would just put the lip mask on him. And let me tell you, within like less than a week, it was gone. The chap thing he had under his lip. And we FaceTime with my brother and my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law was like, oh my God, that thing has been there forever. We haven't been able to get rid of it. And I was like, we found the solution. You have to wait till he goes to bed, and then he's going to sleep those 8 whatever hours, hopefully. And he's not going to lick it off because he's sleeping. I literally wait till he fell asleep, and I would cake his lips with this this lip mask, this Laneige. So if you have a chance, or if you like that kind of stuff, get it. If you have any lip issues or dryness, chap, even, I mean, granted, I don't know, I'm not going to tell you what to put on your own children's skin, but he has very sensitive skin, and he had a great reaction to that. So, oh my gosh, yes. I just went to the Sephora at Kohl's for the first time because I usually just go to the Sephora, and it was great. However, you don't get Kohl's Cash at Sephora, and I spent. Well, also, I learned something that Nana didn't tell me. I must have just been going to Kohl's at all the right times because I was used to getting Kohl's Cash every time I went. Well, I haven't been to Kohl's in a little bit. I spent a pretty penny at Kohl's, and they didn't give me any Kohl's Cash. And I was like, oh, do I get? They're like, well, you get some Kohl's. It'll put towards your Kohl's rewards. I was like, okay, cool. I don't care about that. What about the Kohl's Cash? She's like, oh, we don't give Kohl's Cash away today. I was like, but it's Kohl's Cash. It's Kohl's Cash. Well, we don't give it away every day. And I was like, okay, but really? She was like, we don't. And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then I left. The next day, called Nana. Nana's like, I'm like, Nana, they lied to me. Nana said, no, they didn't. They don't give Kohl's Cash every time. I was like, what? So now I can only go to Kohl's when I get Kohl's Cash. Because going to freaking Sephora and that, I mean, I think Chell and I, he, got some white tees for work, and some like Calvin Klein boxers or something. And then I got some Sephora makeup. I needed some Charlotte Tilbury stuff because I'm obsessed with Charlotte Tilbury. And I think we ended up spending like $400. And I'm thinking, holy shit, we're going to be rolling in Kohl's Cash. I haven't spent that much at Kohl's in a while. Oh, I got 2 tie-dye Champion hoodies I cannot wait to wear. They have 4 different colors. I got the pink and the blue. They have a black, or actually they have 5. They have a black one that's tie-dye, like black and white, but they didn't have it there. They have like a lime green, and then they also have a red. I like the red. I like all of them. But they're super cute, comfy Champion hoodies that are tie-dye. And but that sucks too. You can't use Kohl's Cash on that stuff. But anyway, so we check out. No Kohl's Cash. You don't get no Kohl's Cash. I was like, dang, I want to return this stuff and come back again when I actually get Kohl's Cash. Currently I have a 0. Get it, DGF. I haven't used my Kohl's card in years. I think the account's still open. They always ask me if I want to use it, and I know I would get more if I use it. But I have one credit card I use. And once I paid off everything a couple of years ago, I'm terrified to have a store credit card again because I get crazy. Like I I will justify lots of things. Like, I'm going to pay it off. I'm going to pay it off. And the worst feeling is when for me, it's when I have any kind of credit card debt. I hate that feeling. Right now I have, I have one Visa, and I think I have a balance of like 2,000 on it right now. And I haven't had a balance on a credit card in a while because I, finally, paid some things off that have been hanging over me credit card wise. And my credit score is like shot up, which I was thrilled about because, you live or die by that dumb thing. But now I'm like, oh God, I just want to pay this damn thing off from like traveling and putting like Airbnbs and stuff like that, and I get it it's my one card that has a super low interest rate. I've never had a card with this low of an interest rate. I think my interest rate honestly is like 6% or 7%, something crazy, where I've never had that low. And maybe that's normal for people to have that low, but I've never had that low before. So I try to get my points. The Kohl's, right? I had no idea the Kohl's Cash was it. So make sure when you go and you are going to Kohl's that you actually are going on a day where you are receiving Kohl's Cash for your purchases. Now, randomly after that shopping trip where we spent like $400, and I went crazy at Sephora, you don't get Kohl's Cash for the Sephora purchases. So that would have pulled out probably definitely over $100. Yes, because I got the cream, that Charlotte Tilbury cream where you get that big guy, which is $100 on itself, and then I think I got the powder. So probably like would have pulled 150 off of it, off the total of what I get for Kohl's Cash. But make sure, maybe even I don't know if they put that. They should have alerts sent to your phone. It's Kohl's Cash Day. You're earning Kohl's Cash, and we can all get in the car and go. But I don't know. I'm not. I was just so disappointed. Jenny Guest says, when I started following you, I was living in Mississippi, but now I'm in. I was just in Oceanside. Well, near. I was in Carlsbad. I want to come see it. Oh my God, fantastic. Well, hopefully, San Diego. Hopefully, I'll get something going there soon. It's just been so crazy, like this pandemic. Every time I do travel and do shows or go anywhere, someone gets COVID. Someone at the show has COVID. Something, so I haven't been so diligent at packing my calendar besides my Hollywood show that I do and a couple others. But I was in San Diego. It was last Halloween. And some people came out from YouTube and it was so fun. And we were where did we perform at? I forget the club. But me and my friend Valerie went and did that. And it was a really, really, really good time. So I like that little club. But I forgot what it's called. But I know San Diego has lots of clubs. And one of my friends just opened a club there. It's somewhat new. And I knew him back from my Arizona days at the Tempe Improv. And him and his wife worked there. And now they own comedy clubs and are killing it and have a family. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Also, you guys, oh my God, someone I'm friends with, someone I came up before him in comedy, but we both started in Arizona. We both started in the same workshop. He started after me. As I was leaving, he was like just starting as me and Cho were leaving, just got cast on SNL. It's insane. Like, you never know. I was watching Dahmer and I was like, oh, there's Teddy. Like, there's another guy. All these stand-up comics, and so this Teddy guy, he ran this really fun show in WeHo with another guy, and every time I was at that show, I'd get offered Coke, and I would always be like, no, I can't do it, but thank you so much for offering, because I feel like for many years I didn't get offered any drugs, and it was so depressing, because even though I'm sober, I like the offer. I like to just feel like, oh, you think I'm someone who could do Coke? That's so cool. But he ran it, and then he played in the Dahmer series. He played the guy that ran the bathhouse, who like confronted Jeffrey Dahmer when he found out he was drugging people. So I was like, get it, Teddy. He's on a couple things coming up. And then SNL just cast this young kid. He's a lot younger than me and Chell. I don't even think he's 30 yet. But like I said, we both came up in the Arizona comedy scene together. Me, him, and Chell. We were leaving as he was kind of hitting his stride there. So, but then he moved to LA, and then he's great. And he's so funny. Michael Longfellow. So he is now a cast member. He posted, I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Congratulations. We were in all the same festivals together. Like, him and Cho were roommates at Laughing Skull, which is a pretty big comedy festival for stand-up comedians to, at least it was. Now I don't know what is big anymore. Ever since the pandemic, it just changed so much. But everyone was trying to get accepted into this Laughing Skull festival because it was in Atlanta and all the industry was there. Like the booker from The Tonight Show and the booker for Colbert, and then you do basically all these industry showcases, they call it, where you do, your best 5 to 7 at all these different venues, and some will have the industry and some will just be like fun shows. Like they have this 1 a.m. secret show that was so fun because it was just a bunch of cool Atlanta kids drinking, hipster beers in this bar. I think, what was it called? Smith's or something? And the people that run it were really cool. But you did have it like Laughing Skull Lounge in Atlanta. You did have your industry showcases. And so Chell's year, he went 1 year. He got accepted 1 year that I didn't apply. And I got accepted 1 year he didn't apply. And then we both got accepted one time when we applied. So it's so crazy. Um, Thanks, Jenny. That's so nice of you to say. I don't know if they would ever cast a 42-year-old lady. I remember when Leslie Jones got cast, she was one of the oldest that they had cast. They tend to like to cast pretty young. They like to get you in your 20s, maybe early 30s. But SNL was never a dream for me. I loved it. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't. There are certain comics that are like, that's my goal. And it's a fantastic goal and it would be amazing, but I never really worked toward that, or I never submitted a packet for writing. I never auditioned. Chell auditioned for SNL and he was so, I remember his audition like it was yesterday. It was at that theater where I talked about my last life I got chased, IO West. And they selected certain people to come uh, uh audition. You have to have, like, when you do it, you have to have so many characters. So there's lots of levels to the audition. There's some people who are going to maybe get called, depending on their connections, directly to New York, directly to Lauren, directly to, and there's some people where they'll have NBC executives like in LA take a look at you first. And this was that kind of thing where they had NBC executives, they had it roped off where they had to sit. And Chell had been practicing his characters. And I've never seen Chell this nervous. He looked so cute. And you could watch the audition, which was really interesting because that doesn't always happen. So we're in this theater. I'm sitting there. I'm nervous for him. The first woman that auditions runs over her time, because when you do these auditions, you have to stick to your time, because the people watching you, the executives or the industry or whatever you want to call them, uh, their time, they're like, they're tuned in for so long and then they're tuned out. So when people run the light, when there's like a showcase type thing audition, if you run over, you're basically shitting on everyone behind you, because now the audience is more tired and now everything's pushed back. And the worst thing is if you're at the end of the list for auditions and now the audience is tired, the industry people are annoyed. So she ran way over. It was super disrespectful. So Chal's up in like the middle. He comes out. He's wearing a cute little button up. He's got a bomber jacket, black jeans, trying to look very LA hip, young. Immediately, I'm watching my husband audition for SNL. I'm so proud of him. I'm looking at the executives to see if they're laughing. Immediately, when he comes to the stage, his whole face is just, it's moist. He just started sweating. And I don't blame him, because I've been in that situation. I have been in that situation where I've been so nervous and I just start sweating. And that's exactly what Chell did. And I felt so bad for him. But he did awesome. He killed it. But the perspiration was this poor little face. I mean, it looked cute. It looked like he just put on like a highlighter or something from far away, but it was just, and he was like, I don't know why that happened. I'm like, because it's SNL. It's like 0.1% of people ever get selected. You're nervous. I mean, it was just, but I was just watching him and I'm like, oh no, baby. Like, oh, he's so moist. Like, he's just dripping down. But he did, his characters were hilarious and great. But again, you can be the funniest person in the room. It don't matter. They're looking for a certain type. They have their archetypes. They know what they're looking for. They're looking for a look. That's why you can never take this shit personally. It's hard not to, but you learn to try not to, because you could be the funniest or the best actor, the best this or that, and they're not looking for your type. You're the wrong size, the wrong look, the wrong age, the wrong eye color. Like, it's that freaking, it's just, that's how it is. So when he was done, I was just gave him such a big hug because he looked so handsome and the moisture was gone. He wasn't moist. I'll never forget him coming out, and we laugh about it now when we think back on LA experiences. And it's like, remember how moist you were when you did SNL audition? Just dripping with sweat. I mean, but I would have been terrified. I'm so glad no one ever asked me to audition, because I would have just been probably stuttering and out of breath. Plus, all my characters you guys see on my other channel are very aggressive and outlandish. So, yeah, it was fun. Not sticky, but like drippy. Oh, poor sweet Chell. But he did a great job, you know. I think BB should hire me for an after show like BB UK has or like they had with Rylan, and I would gladly host it. When Julie Chen hosted, or when she hosts all the time, but when she had here's what I don't understand. You have the cookout on, right? Cookout, iconic. I love that they're all still friends, even though they don't all get each other. They get each other on a level that a lot of us can't understand, but they have this respect for each other and they do have each other's backs. And I love that. So we bring them on to talk during this controversial season that we've now watched, where the cookout was weaponized against all of the other POC players by Kyle, you know. And there was disparaging comments made by a lot of the cast about the cookout. So you bring them on, and then Julie's like, quickly, 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 Julie, what did we sit through? What have we sat through? Julie looked amazing. I will say I was so happy about her outfit. I feel like she was bringing us finale looks when sometimes she was bringing us, I just got done with yoga looks. So I wasn't here for the Lululemon when we're doing these live eviction shows. I mean, I feel like it's not enough, Julie. The cold shoulder shirts, not enough. Okay. So she's rushing them through these answers. She did not ask Kyland anything until the end. And then she really said to him, make it quick. Now that was funny because he's long winded. But everyone else was like, okay, do it quickly. Do it quickly. You know? Oh my God. It was just, I was like, Julie, why even invite them on? Can we show them a little respect? They did something no one else has ever done. It was amazing. The strategy, pulling it off, all making it, till the end and getting rid of all of their side pieces through the game, the strategy, everything. And yeah, she's just like, okay, hurry up. Like, I would have loved to just see the cookout interviewed for a full half hour. I can gladly see that more than what they showed with Monty and Taylor, because again, we didn't get the full story. What I watched on the live feeds wasn't necessarily at all what happened. With Monty, they almost gave it an edit where Monty would be justified. Let me say, I don't give a frick about Monty and his goddaughter. I love his goddaughter. God bless that baby. But I don't care if this man is super sensitive who's going to then use missing his goddaughter on Taylor. Taylor just stated a fact. These two are very sarcastic with each other. They mess with each other. And he was like, oh, I can't believe I've been part of someone's life for a full year. It's like, okay, melodrama. Like, I have a niece and nephew. I have a goddaughter. I love them so much. But if I was in the house and I was kind of, banging someone, which I hope I'm not because I'm married, that would be really, really bad. And poor Chell, he would be moist again, because he doesn't want me moist in that house. Uh, then and someone said that to me, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, and be so melodramatic about it. I'd be like, oh, you're right. I haven't been there for 3 months. That's all she said. It's like, hasn't been there. He's like, oh, except for 3 months you haven't. And she kind of laughed. And he took that like, and then he said, my headphones, when she took the headphones off him and he's retelling it, your headphones, they're your headphones when you win HOH, which you have. And then they were your headphones. And then when Taylor wins HOH, they're her headphones. That's how property in the Big Brother house works. Monty is just too fragile for me. He's too old school. Women should be like this, men should be like that. And I don't have time for that. And I can be, you know how many times I've had to watch these live feeds and watch Monty mansplain things to Taylor. She's just in the kitchen. He's making something. She'll go, oh, did you do this, in the pan or whatever? And he's like, like, I don't know. He's so afraid of looking like he doesn't know what he's doing in front of women. And I noticed something that I wanted to talk about in my next breakdown. Hopefully I remember that he said, so he felt, this, I did a whole video on it, but this shame and embarrassment that a lot of, men can feel, they just have different reactions than women. And Brené Brown, I think is her name. She writes a bunch of books on it and shame, and I included that in the video. Some just like quotes from her, and just how if you watch a lot of these documentaries or true crime documentaries, a lot of these men who rage out, whether on other men or mostly women, and commit crimes or uh, take them out of the world, if you will. uh, it's all based on some kind of feeling of being humiliated or shamed by them or rejection. It's almost like we don't teach men in our society to deal with rejection. Like, not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to say yes to you. Not everyone owes you anything. If a woman tells you she doesn't want to go on a date with you, you don't have to then send her a message. I didn't even want to date you anyways, you fat bitch. You can just say thank you and move on with your day. Take the L, act like a man. But I feel like we just, we don't really teach that to, we should start like with little boys, teaching them that, not everything's owed to you and not everyone is going to say yes to you, and women don't owe you a yes. And just because you tell them they're pretty, they don't have to come back and even respond in the DMs, because you see that so much with these young women. I mean, a couple years ago, there were young women were sharing their DMs with me from guys, because I would talk about this stuff and they'd be like, look how these guys are talking to me. Literally, they're getting hit up unsolicited by men they don't know or barely know, saying stuff, and either they'll leave them on read or they'll go, I'm not interested. And these guys raged out back like, you dumb fat bee, I didn't like you. You should be happy anyone would talk to you. And we've seen this happen. And a lot of people, it probably happened to you, where it's like, bro, all they did was either leave you on read because they're not interested, or say they're not interested. Like, you can't win with some of these guys. So I see that in Monty, in that when the headphones were taken off his head, he when he told the story back in the episode, he said, I was in the room with Taylor and Turner. And then she pulls. So I wonder if he would have had the same reaction had Turner not been there, because Brittany was there too. But he didn't mention Brittany. But I think he felt stupid having that happen to him in front of another man. Because we know Monty has very antiquated views on gender and male-female dynamics, and unhealthy. So I thought that, I was like, and Brittany was very present in that conversation. She even commented on it, like, wow, Taylor, wow, what a way to wake up, when she took the headphones off him. But he only acknowledged Turner being there. And I thought that is so interesting and explains so much of this man's mentality and his fragility, in my opinion. you know I need you to do. They're really fun. They are fun. It's fun to just sit and chat with you guys about a plethora of topics, and then I get to do my fun nighttime voice. Okay, right? Run, Taylor, run. Julie Chen, Dr. Drew, Teen Mom Reunion, the interview. I haven't watched a Teen Mom reunion in so long, but I used to be really into Teen Mom. So I was following the Teen Mom Reddit. There is shit always going down. And Janelle is still a mess. And her husband, oh my God, David Eason. What in the yuck of the yuck yuck? Oh, and then apparently there's more drama going on with the young and pregnant women. Shen, which is the mom to one of the guys on the show, that Bar that is with, I forget her name, but then her mom was a pastor when I was watching, and now she's a crop top lady. I don't know. I'm not saying pastors can't wear crop tops, because wear what you want, but now she's like fighting people on the internet in crop tops. And I was like, I thought you were a pastor, conservative lady. But oh my gosh, I don't know. Oh. Yeah, some people are nutbags, but that was going on. And then Leah has a new boyfriend, which I was happy for her. And then Kale, they were saying she might be pregnant, but then she wasn't pregnant. I feel like I need to like follow the Grace report more closely, because I know she covers this stuff. and she's always on the up and up with this, is Janelle's. I didn't know Janelle's husband was posting what? Confederate? No, Jenny. Janelle from Big Brother. I mean, I know they're libertarians, which is interesting, but that's oh, I did not know that. Oh, right. I'll do that more when I travel for shows. I'll definitely do that because that was fun, and it helped me because I mean, when I did my taping, which the the Amazon show Laugh After Dark, I think it'll be on Amazon and Tubi, because they've been putting clips out on their social media, and it's been great for me actually because the you really there is a currency in just being getting out there, and having stuff put out there. And since it's so well filmed and it looks nice, I feel like I'm getting more views than I do when I just put my own filmed clips out there. And that only helps me with people kind of like finding me and my Instagram. So my Instagram numbers jumped up, which I was happy about because I do really love Instagram, and I'd love to create more content on Instagram. But that was all through Laugh After Dark because they started posting clips from our episode because the new season 3 is coming out, but they haven't released it on Amazon or Tubi, so they've just been like releasing, and they've been getting millions of views. I think I had a clip that had, I mean, like 700,000 views or some crazy amount, and then another one that had like maybe it's up to, I know it's 250,000, but maybe like 500,000 now, which has been really nice to um, have have other people find my comedy because that's if nobody knows about you as a comedian, that's like the worst. Defeats the purpose. You might as well just stay home. But like I was saying, when I was filming for that show, I was supposed to do it pre-pandemic when I was doing shows all the time. Then they put it on pause because of the COVID-19. So then when they wanted to finally film, a year later, I was so rusty. I hadn't performed because of COVID. So I did one quick show when I was traveling in Minnesota in a brewery, and I just blabbed on for like 30 some minutes, and I was like, "Oh, I missed this," with jokes, but I didn't practice my set because I was like, "Oh, I want to try new stuff," even though I'm just going to go film for TV, and usually you want to run that stuff a bunch before you do it. I didn't. I wanted to cancel 100 times because I had gained 20, I think 20 pounds, for sure 20 pounds, maybe 25 in the pandemic, like crazy amount. I'm still struggling to leave my body, but I just love food and sitting, like those are my favorite hobbies besides decorating and YouTube. But I can sit during a lot of those and eat food. So I think that, some people have been great about losing their COVID weight. I have not. I feel like I had a full baby. That baby's now in preschool and I'm still got the baby weight, you know? So I did not want to do that because I was like, okay, I'm the biggest I've ever been. I have to be on TV. I haven't done stand up in forever. So I was going to cancel so many times. And I'm glad I didn't because it was actually so fun and it was great being able to go live with you guys. And it helped, I think, with my anxiety of just like, because it's a muscle. And if you don't use it, you will lose it. And it's just harder. It's just more uncomfortable. So, DJ, still carrying twins. What? Who's talking about me? Is it good, Nanya? Is it good? Is it good? I hope it's good. I feel they need to do a study on what that show did to the brains and growth of the cast. Oh, yeah, with Teen Mom. Yeah, because now you look at it and you're like, ooh, that was really exploitive. Like, that, that was, these girls got exploited. But I mean, granted, part of me is a little jealous. I used to do a joke about that, like, God, had I known, this is early on when Teen Mom was on, because I loved it, and these girls were like making money and slowly starting like podcasts and stuff. And my parents always were like, don't have sex in high school, go to college, you can be anything you want to be. But my joke was all I ever wanted to be was on MTV. And I did, because MTV was like the shit growing up. And they had like VJs and VJ tryouts. And so had I known, all I had to do was like, have a baby, I would have tried as a teen. But yeah. Yeah, good. Oh, who is it, Nanya? Who's saying stuff? I'm so curious. If it's good, then you can tell me. Let's see, what else are you guys saying here? She is in a different dimension than we are. Julie Chen, I love how you called her Julie Chen Moonlight. That's amazing, because I don't even know Julie Chen Moonves. I only know Julie Chen. You can tell if she has pleased her stylist by wearing Ethereal. That's so true. That's so true. One of the OGs revealed that she was incentivized to keep having more babies. Was it Kale? No, she's not an OG. She's a teen mom too. It would have to be Caitlin, Macy, Farah are the OGs, and Amber? Which ones? Erica changed my honey, I can pop out these babies anytime. I don't give a fuck about these babies. I just care about me. That would be Erica. I wonder if it was Macy or if it was Caitlin. Caitlin and Tyler have like what, 4 kids now? 4 including Carly, right? And 3 other little girls. That's crazy. Who would have known? And Tyler is like getting the V cut thing where you work out and it looks like you have a underpant line when you don't. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they call that. Pink had one. Oh, that's so nice to hear. That's so nice to hear. Yeah, that show. I mean, I used to love that show. I tried to cover it years ago, a couple years ago on my YouTube channel, but it really wasn't that fun. It's fun to watch for me at times, but to like recap it or try to make jokes about it, it really wasn't very funny. I tried to cover the season that Bristol Palin was on, and it was like, oh god. And things were just sad. And it just wasn't. I did find a girl's channel like a year ago or so, and she covered it so hilariously. I don't remember her name. She was young, but she did these really fun, lively, sarcastic recaps and kind of dragged them, but like in the best way possible. And I enjoyed what she did with it, but I just couldn't even bring the humor because there's these little kids there. And then, yeah. And then with, why did they even bring Cheyenne? I still don't understand. I have nothing against Cheyenne, but why is she there? She's not even an original teen mom. She had a baby in her 20s. She should be on Young and Pregnant. And I don't want to see Corey anymore from the challenge and the real world. So I'm over it. But I found you through finding the brown finger drama in an ADHD black hole. I left that, but I've had so much fun finding your shows. Oh, Mother of Hurricanes, that's so sweet. And being in this community, I'm just always lost now. And Sip Key, stay lost. Stay lost. Because it's a black hole. That whole thing, the best thing my husband ever said. Well, he always said, don't cover that. Don't parody it. But he always said it's a black hole, Joleen. Once you're in it, these people, they're never gonna stop. It's a black hole. It'll get worse and it'll get worse and it'll get worse. And I was always like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. But yeah. So, and now I find myself lost, as in I don't always know what's going on because there's too many side characters to follow. And I don't want to follow the side characters. Like my Talala was saying in the last live, in the comments, just cover JY, but it's almost impossible to cover just JY because he's always like fighting with hags or ex-hags or other channels. So that's insane. But I don't know. I did see, like I said earlier, I did see a couple. I didn't watch the whole thing, but people are so nice. I appreciate you guys when you send me the links and you go, here's where they talk about you, or here's where they talk about things you might be interested in, because some of these lives are way too long and not entertaining, and they're just like foam fest. So JY had some foam fest, and he talked about me and Busy like 2 hours in or something, and just like I was saying earlier, just the typical Joleen and Busy have nothing going for them. Joleen, the washed up Comedy Central. But she wants to talk about May. May. And it's like, sir, when me and Busy take long breaks, which we do often, somehow people I've never heard of pop in my DM requests sending me JY stuff. You love that we cover you. Without anybody talking about you, you have nothing. And he keeps pushing this narrative. I have all these views. I have all these views. I got all these views. He kept saying it, and I'm thinking, sir, we know they're fake. I posted on Reddit a side by side of me and him. We were both at 5.4 thousand views on a video at the time, which is recently, but since the videos went up. Engagement. He's buying views. It's so clear because my engagement on a 5,400, 5.4K view video was like 800 likes, 83 to 100 comments. And now it's since went up. And that's with me not replying to anyone, just like hearting comments. So it's all viewer engagement. But I do like to reply to people when I can. His was 5.4. And in the live chat, I think he only had, when I saw it pop up, when it was first happening, like 140 people there. So just, 100 more than we have now here on my vlog channel. And then all of a sudden it pops up to 5.4K, but his likes were only at like 100 and some, and 7 comments. That just doesn't, the math doesn't math. It's not mathing. You're buying views. You would have way more likes if you had almost 6,000 or, 5.4 thousand views. There's no way that many people are watching. It's clearly being bought, because if you look at all his videos now, I think he saw that post and heard me and Busy talk about it, because he since has went and replied back, which we know he doesn't really reply to people's comments. He usually deletes them, or he pays very little attention to the people unless they're giving him money, and then he gives you attention for like a second. And I've never given him money. I've never been a fan of his, a hag, nothing. But I do notice that he doesn't really respect his subscribers. Like he's very disrespectful. But then he was replying to every damn one of them to bring the comment count up. It's like, sir, we see what you're doing. We see what you're doing. And that's same with the stankfish. That's why me and Busy talked about it on our sipping key that I have since privated. That all of a sudden he jumped from 6 subscribers to 1,400. Sir, who is watching that old man in the UK in the basement with all the monitors and the tape? All that tape? I've watched too many serial killer documentaries not to be worried about all that tape on the shelf and all those binders. What are in those binders? Yeah, the foam is radioactive. So Reddit posted on there. I'm on my phone, so I can't share the picture they posted. Let me see if I can go grab it and just screenshot it and share it. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. If I do, I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I went to go grab the thing and it was like you saw like me and my sleepy eyes. I went to grab the picture and it was I kicked myself out when I grabbed the picture. So um sorry about that. And sorry to scare you guys. Okay, but I'm back now. Okay. Okay. So all right. Let me try to share this picture. Okay, trigger warning. If you're grossed out easily, close your eyes because this shit is freaking gross. But this is a man who went live and was like, I'm so happy. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm so happy. We always hear this right before a breakdown. I'm so happy. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Me and Jody are so happy. We were just beating each other up and now we're so happy. We're so happy. Oops. No, I don't want that. Oh my God. Okay. How do I do this? Jeez Louise, it's so much easier on on my computer. I should just move to my computer, but I'm so comfy. But I'm just so comfy. Oh, come on. Come on, Joleen. You can do this. You're not a Momo. Photo library. Okay. Here we Oh, I'm already barfing. Oh, God, I'm gonna barf. I'm legit gonna barf. Okay, I'm putting it up. You've been warned. Mouth foam and brown finger on full alert. Ooh! Jill, look at this. We were just talking about so many good things, and you walked in at the time we are talking about the nasty thing. I don't want my husband on the same screen. I can't. How can you be happy? Okay, we have to take it down now. It's too gross. It's too gross. Oh my God. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus. Oh, take the Polident. Jesus, drink some water. What is going on? Oh, God. I mean, I'm so sorry, you guys. I did warn you, though. It's when I logged on to the Reddit, just like I said, I just stayed in a couple of the JY groups, but I left quite a few of the other ones. Like they have the 90 Days on Crack by Animomo Boring by Squirrel Girls. One they made, Single White Squirrel, left that. Bottom Feeders left. So yeah, it's safe to look again. He's gone. Okay, Laura, what is that? That is a grifter scammer on YouTube who has a channel that my friend and I, Busy Blue, if you know Busy Blue, you might just follow me from Big Brother, so you might be like, what is Joleen doing? We have a separate channel, Sip and Key, where we have been basically parodying these crazies on the internet and their cult-like following and they're grifting and lying and all this stuff. And then we found out he's racist and he's got all these issues. He gets mad and goes live and yells at people when he's very happy for hours and foams at the mouth, literally, as you can see. And he has a brown finger. We don't know why it's brown. He says it's tobacco, but I know lots of people who smoke. Well, used to, I should say. And I haven't seen anything like that. Maybe if it was 1920, you're rolling your own and you live on a farm and you're an old dirty guy. But yeah, it's so gross. I'm so sorry to show you guys that. But this is the live that he did recently where he disparaged a whole bunch of people who used to support him and me and Busy and said, oh, Joleen and Busy, they need me. They need me. It's like, sir, I think it's the other way around. You need us. You need people that watch. Excuse me, the messy train. Oh, my AC is at 76 and I'm chilly. I'm going to step outside and see if it's nice out here in the desert. Open up this door and see what do we got. Okay, it's not bad. It's kind of nice out. But yeah, I literally started eating. Right? No, I have felt ill all day. Between that and the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, I have felt ill. That is why. And this dude has been on the internet for Well, according to what his husband told the police, they've been famous for 13 years, even though he's only been on the internet like 7 or on social media. Hi, Tilly. And he's been told that he foams. So why are we still allowing ourselves to foam? Why aren't we, fix it and forget it? And then you got to drink lots of water. There's too much Coca-Cola going on. We need water. We need hydration. I mean, what is causing the foam? What about the foam? I'm aware of the fake PhD, fake law expert, JY. I was wondering about the foam on the mouth. Who's the fake PhD law? Well, is that him? Because he says he has 1,000,000 degrees. Oh, you're aware of it. Okay. Got it, Laura. Got it. Sorry. I forget, who knows about this craziness and who doesn't. I do forget sometimes. Excuse me? People who smoke glass pipes shouldn't throw stones. Or they're rocks. That's their rent money. Right? Christy Denver paid, according to her, because she went live on Holly White's channel, and I listened to it, and her, and then Mims was there. And she did not hit up Chick-fil-A. She was very coherent. So it was so nice to hear. But I don't understand. If this lady, Christy Denver, is so rich, which she says she's very wealthy, her and Natalie M were the big payers in this whole JY world. Why is her Wi-Fi so bad? Does she live really far out? And I would assume the rich people, like the Kardashians, they have their own fire department. That's why their houses never burn down with these California fires, because they literally have their own fire department. So that's why they get to break all the rules, because they got their own fire department. So all the water restrictions, things, grass stuff, don't matter to them. But Christy Denver is super rich, according to her. I don't know. I'm not counting people's money. Good for her. I don't know what she did. She had some kind of medical thing, because she said Chody was hitting her up saying that he had not a lump, but a tumor, or he had something in his stomach. And I guess it was when rent was due, and then he allegedly hit up Natalie M too. But she's got all this money, but she's always getting knocked off her Wi-Fi. Every time she's like, and then I told Julie, I'm going to just say it out loud, mod 148, and then she gets knocked out. And I'm like, ugh, I want to hear what you have to say. Okay, I want to hear what you have to say. What are her supporters, Jenny? Are they crazy like the hags? Because I do not want more crazy hags. But let me screenshot this so I can look into it. I do like covering the scammers, but I think I like the beginning of it. Because you always think, this can't go on forever, it'll get better. And then it just gets worse. Do these hags not understand that there are reputable charities? Yes, ones that help children that they can donate their money to. OMG, right? So Christy Denver's live, and she's telling, Heidi Black's asking her questions. It's actually not the worst, because we're seeing some structure to it, even though she keeps dropping, where before I was just like, Heidi, shut the fuck up, which I did really enjoy her saying that. But apparently Chody, this is their grift, this is their scam, is they're always someone's sick, someone's poor, someone getting evicted, someone's gonna hurt themselves, we need your money. So Christy Denver technically wasn't told by JY and Chody to give them money, but Julie, mod 148, she was doing all the dirty work. And then Heidi was dropping some stuff, and I'm like, why has it taken Heidi so long to drop this? I don't understand. She's like, I don't even care. I didn't care enough. But here's the thing. I don't care if Heidi doesn't care about it. We care, because you co-signed for this man for so long. You owe it to people now who have not only been scammed, but harassed and disparaged by this man that you said was a good person. Because as much as I think Heidi doesn't want to admit it, she did sit next to him and say, you're not racist, John. And when John said those horrible things about me, about my about my ability to procreate or have children. Um, and went off on that and was like, "Where's your kids, Joleen? You and your dead ovaries or something?" He was, "Excuse me, don't speak of my dead ovaries. You know, they have feelings too." So, which is so absurd. That's why you just have to laugh at it. It's like, what are you gonna do? Sit and cry about it? Um, and then Heidi was there when he said that. She goes, "Oh my God." But she never said, "Stop, this is wrong." He said, "You know what they've done to me? They deserve it." She's like, "I know, I know." So she co-signed so much bad behavior. So now I really do. I say this all the time, but I think it is the hags and the ex-hags. It's their job to frickin' right their wrong of hagdom by exposing this so that this doesn't keep happening. Stop the cycle of JY. We're never gonna stop the cycle of JY. It's the same way I feel about the side characters, like, she's harassing me, he's harassing me, they're harassing me. Well, then file restraining orders. You have to do something. Like, you can't say it's harassment if you're not taking any proactive steps. When me and Busy were being harassed by our stalker, I took all the steps, like all the steps, to make sure that he stopped. Now, since he has not come back at us, but if he does, I will take all the steps again. It's frustrating. It can lead you down a lot of dead ends, but if you really want it to stop, you can. And you can't talk about them. You can't go live and then roast them, then they roast you, because then it's not technically harassment. It's just people roasting each other and fighting. And if someone is doxing your family or this, that, or the other thing, then you have to, you have, it's within your right to then go and, file something if you truly want to stop, if you feel like you're being harassed. But, you know, so, oh, thanks, Laura. That's so nice of you to say. That was disgusting. Yeah, when they talked about it, so what we've heard them talk about is adopting and a gun. Okay, no, these two just say the things they think will get them more money and that their hags want to hear. That's it. Laura says, "I have to say, as an Italian and not native English speaker, I have difficulties understanding the hags as their English is so bad, I would need subtitles." It really is. I remember him stating that he's also a history expert. Oh, yeah, he knows everything. He loves Hitler. He brings up Hitler all the time. He makes the worst analogies with Hitler. He made another horrible analogy talking about 90 Day Fiancé Brittany, which he always likes to talk about the battle they had years ago. It's like, who's living in the past, dude? And how she said that she hopes he gets BF'd by Hitler. I have to say it in code because YouTube will freak out and stop my live or whatever. BF'd by Hitler in hell. That's, I probably shouldn't have said Hitler, but because YouTube would be like, what? He always brings up freaking that guy. And I'm like, that monster. And it turns out Holly White said, or Heidi Black, she said that she watched Mims posted the whole, apparently, I don't know where Mims posted this because I only know about her YouTube channel with Star that they just started. She posted the Britney interaction between her and John, Brittany from 90 Day and JY. And apparently that's not how it went down. So again, he takes something, makes it into something huge, weaponizes it, and just goes with it. It's just propaganda. He continues to create propaganda that works for his narrative. It's so bad. It's really, really, really bad. Yeah, actually don't cover Natasha Cooper. She goes, yeah, I don't want any more real life stuff. I've had enough real life people, especially since when we were covering this for the longest time, it was literally just our commentary of, wow, this is crazy, and comedy. We didn't have as strong of opinions as we do now, knowing all the things we know now. And he was so mad. There was a time where even Heidi Black was telling him, it's not that bad, John. They're just like, they're not even saying really that bad of stuff about you. They're just making fun of this whole mess. And you just can't. That narcissistic mentality, like, 100,000% agree. He'd just be another disgusting, worst of the worst kind of person, butching in the wind without the hags and ex-hag support, right? Right? It's so true. It's so true. When you help create, yes, Atharella, we need to put that on a t-shirt and sell it like Amber's t-shirts that probably didn't sell. When you help create the monster, you should help take it down. Really, you should. I mean, come on. Oh, bitching. I was like, what's butching? What's he doing butching? Um, yep. The thing is, the guy refuses to acknowledge the reality that you have no talent. You get on live looking disheveled, foamed at the mouth, half the time intoxicated, smoking cigarettes on live is not going to bump you up in the YouTube algorithm. This isn't 1990. Okay. Smoke them if you got them, but save it. Turn your camera off because your camera quality is shit. You're not prepared. You're not funny. And he so desperately wants to be a housewives recapper and a housewives blogger, but he's got a face for love after lockup, and that's just, you have to know your branding. And maybe that's just being in LA. We would see brand experts and they were like, here's your brand. So you knew what to audition for. You knew what kind of headshots to get when you're doing commercial stuff, you know, what you could actually, because what you think you look like and what you really look like are two different things as as far as branding goes, as far as what we as human beings, when we look at each other, the assumptions we make, because there was a class that me and Chell took, like commercial acting, and there's always the brand people that come in and tell you, what's your brand? What do you look like? What's your, not even brand, there's another word that they would use, not your type, but similar to that. And there's this one guy, and he was like, well, I surf. So I'll go out for like roles looking for like surf. And the guy, your image, what's your image? That's the word I'm looking for. What's your image? An image consultant. We met so many image consultants. And the guy was like, well, I'm a surfer. And he's like, well, that's great, but you don't look like a surfer. You look like a farmer. And he's like, but I surf. And he's like, well, that's great, but no one's going to call you for a surfer audition. So you have to get headshots, especially for commercial, that look like what you're going to want to get called in for, where you're going to be submitted to by your agent. But a lot of people can't, you know. I mean, I could say, what I look like. Like, I could be like, I look like I'm going to play like a bitch character. But most of the, well, no, they'd probably be like, yeah, you could play a bitch character. Oh, I remember, okay, one time I said, because there's like the 8 characters of comedy was something that was really big. When we first moved to LA, there was this guy that wrote a book and he had workshops about it. And there's all these 8 characters, and you'll find them in basically every television show ever. So there's one character that's called the Out of This World character. And it's like a Phoebe from Friends. And I love playing the Out of This World character. It's one of my favorite characters to play, just out there. But in this workshop, and according to this guy who wrote this book, he said in front of everyone, you can't play that. And I said, no, I can. He's like, no, you could play like sarcastic, you could play this. I was like, no, I'm actually really, when it comes to weird, I'm actually really good at that. Because I'm just a weirdo inside, like just a goofy gal. He's like, no. And then I'm like, okay. So finally he decides, all right, I'll let you give it a try. So I give it a try, and we would go up with partners and stuff. And after that, he said, oh, you are good at that. You can do that. I'm like, yes. But he just assumed, I would assume from what I look like, you would think Out of This World. But like kind of goofy, kooky, you know. I think he must be, yes. The thing is, no one's going to watch Housewives recaps from a guy who lives like him. I mean, it shows on your face. The hard life you live with drugs and alcohol addiction, lies, grifting, abuse, all the things going on in that house, allegedly. No one's gonna watch Housewives there's recaps from that. There's so many people that do Housewives recaps that do it well with a good camera, with quality, great thumbnails. He has none of that. And he's smoking and foaming and drinking, and he's got Harry Potter wands in the back. And I mean, the live itself looks like it smells, like you can smell it. It's like a scratch and sniff. You got a husband in the back making soggy peas, yelling at you. He thinks he can do, he's always quoting Erica Jane. I'm gonna get ya. And he does Erica Jane like this, like, like she's like a 1920s character or something, like, from the police, she's like, oh, police officer. See, I got it. See, he's very bad at it. He doesn't try to get any of her voice down, Kate, nothing. He just, yeah, see, I'm Erica Jane. See, that's how he does it. And it's like, and he always uses the same quotes to say, I'm like Erica Jane. I don't care about anything but myself. See, hey, copper, you'll never catch me, copper. Hey, ha. So yeah, it's a no for America, dog. It's a no from America. There was an addition to that last night. Gasoline pants got added last night. First time I heard that. Gasoline pants. Gasoline pants. What is that after it goes with the code Joleen was saying a few minutes ago that JY said last night. That's why you don't make assumptions, Mr. Man. He literally streamed where I said, him and his husband screaming about, I heard that. That was disgusting. So Chody, now mind you, his husband Chody, who has been gainfully unemployed for as long as I've covered this, but I think even longer, goes to McDonald's in the morning looking for a toy, a Happy Meal toy for his 42-year-old cottage lover, sometimes hater. Well, they say, we don't have them. We're serving breakfast. It's tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme. Have you never seen the Adam Sandler movie Big Daddy? They do a whole scene about this. They're only going to get breakfast during breakfast hours. Well, Chody's like, I need to get this Happy Meal because there's a toy that my man loves. See? And apparently the worker there, Christy, her was her name, Chody verbally abused her and attacked her, and was like, came back, said her name, where she worked, which one it was, and everyone should go there. I mean, they're literally the only people that are ever like, everyone should get together and go to this place and harass this person. So they just accuse people of doing the things they do. Because, I mean, I can't, me and Busy never say, yeah, go show up there and harass a worker. So someone who is working hard at McDonald's. So Chody comes back, starts verbally disparaging this woman, calling her fat. John calls her a scenic Susie, all because he can't get a McDonald's toy that morning, and start making fun of the fact that she works at McDonald's, which is a more respectable job than those two have ever had. Chody couldn't even get hired at McDonald's. That's the irony. Like, he could never. It's insane. Well, I think we talked about it too much, so he doesn't have it in the background anymore, but it's still there probably. Oh, and apparently, now everyone's outside of his house taking pictures. Bro, that's Google Earth. That's not stalkers. That he's got all this. People are like, leave your door open. Yeah, you're literally on live right next to your front door like a weirdo because your cottage is 6 square feet. So people see when you guys open the door, which you always act like you're in. I know what you did last summer, 3 or how many, there was 2 out, right? So you'd be like in the sequel or threequel, whatever you'd call the third part, opening your door going, what do you want from me? Come and get me. You guys have done that so many times when you went live. So yeah, people can easily see because That's what you're doing it. That's exactly what you're doing. To the BF in hell. Ugh, they're just so gross. They were saying the grossest things about this poor woman just working at McDonald's, going, sorry, I don't have a toy in the morning for your cracked out man child baby. Also, Chody said he lied to the lady at McDonald's and said it was for his kid. So obviously, there's some shame around this because if you weren't ashamed that your 43-year-old husband wants McDonald's toys, you would have just said it's for my husband. But you said it was for your daughter. If those two ever had a daughter, that's the only time I would call CPS, I feel like. Because you know they'd be going live, hot boxing this poor baby. They'd be swearing, pulling the chairs out. It would be a whole mess. The only thing he has in common with Erica Jane is not caring about widows and orphans and scamming money. Exactly, mother of hurricanes. I will never watch. Please don't, Diana Lee. You're too good for that. It's just ugh. To add to his already cluttered desk, right? What a weirdo. Holy shit, I know I shouldn't be able to be surprised at this point, but my God, yeah, it's horrible. So I'm kind of behind. Are we talking about the tweaked out? Yes. The one, yes. Lived in a motel? Yes. He's still living La Vida Loco. Mm-hmm. Does he have the same boy? He has the same husband. His name is Chody. Well, Cody, we call him Chody. But his real name's Greg, he said. And they're still scamming, bamming, crying, foaming. Their latest scam was a mental health crisis they pretended to have, allegedly, to which police reports are out there, allegedly, saying that the way they said it went down to get money and to get out of a sticky situation where he went live and disparaged tons of people and also threatened children and threatened the parents of children to put pictures of their children, people he doesn't like on YouTube, pictures of their children on adult websites. So to counteract that behavior, instead of going, wow, I'm really sick, I should probably go to rehab, he pretended to hurt himself to the point of leaving the earth and said that he went to a hospital that this police report allegedly says he did not go to, and then only went to a hospital a couple days later when people started calling around like, this story isn't adding up. So, long answer to your question. Sorry, Jenny. But yeah, that's still him. Still him, and nobody's getting rich off him. I don't know anybody getting rich off him. Maybe Amber. I mean, I think Amber made a lot of money because she was going live all the time. But now she has, hidden all those lives and gotten rid of that hashtag. And yeah, for what? I don't know. You can still stop covering it without making a deal with him. It's crazy. He doesn't even have a ton of subs. He has like 1,000 or 100 more than me. Does he have 100 more than? No, he has 1,000 more than me, I think. And we don't know how many are bought. Similar to his Instagram account. We don't know. Greg with the gray skin. Sorry, I'm Beyonce Internet. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right? And he still gets lots of money. And they act like these dudes are, I mean, I just don't know how any woman, any of these hags can follow him. This Addie lady who's like the mod on Law and Crime needs to go take a nap. Does she have kids that can get her off the internet for now? I mean, she was on his live being like, the story John told has never changed. Honey, it has changed a million times. Check the Reddits. Check. Even his own ex-friends, recent friends are saying the story changed. She's like, it's always been the same story. I always follow the story. Is it the same or has it changed? It's changed. Addie, log off. Log off. Like Busy Blue says, log off for me, sweetie. Log off. You look dumb. And it almost made me want to, and I probably will do it because I'm a sucker for that. put together a compilation of her saying that and all the ways the story has changed, because it's changed so much. You're getting scammed. Addie frustrates me so much because I'm like, what is in it for you? The only thing I can think is it harkens back to her. She unfortunately lost her brother to a real mental health crisis. And so somehow she feels like she can save this loser who's been lying about these mental health crises forever. Crises forever. Nope, Laura, they haven't went back to that. But they did straight out have one of their head hag, Big Julie, everyone's calling her, the Big Show, Mod 148, Moderator Trash Can. They did have her calling around getting money from his big ticket donors, being Christy Denver and Natalie M. So Christy Denver paid 2 months of rent. Natalie M paid one. But Christy Denver found out via Yahoo Boy that, because the FOIA request, I guess, can be pulled by anyone. I've never pulled a FOIA request. I'm kind of curious, because since Yahoo Boy, I don't think, showed the police report, I wonder if you could pull it and see the whole thing, because this is probably his most, from what I can remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but his most disgusting, devious scam. To pretend to end your life and lie about going to the hospital and lie about pretending to end your life, or lie about trying to end your life, and preying on people, knowing that most people have someone in their lives who that's happened to, and that it's just such a disgusting thing to lie about. And then to take money from people and let women pay your rent when you're able-bodied and can work and have all these degrees you brag about. I'd say this is one of his most disgusting scams that he's pulled since I've been aware of this dude. I think Amber made a deal, and I think Busy Blue explained it better in Sip and Keep, but I feel like there's always a part of all of these hags, ex-hags, that still want in with JY. Somehow they want this JY acceptance. It's weird. And I think she hated Momo and Anne, Momo especially, and Brooke, so much that just pissing them off and getting them mad and breaking up the hagdom that he currently had and getting them to fight was enough for her soul. She found another toxic community that she could go into and make money on and maybe gain even more followers, because that person, that Molly Go Low or Molly Go Lightly or whatever her name is, she has a bigger following than JY, much bigger. So she found that she could kind of buy her way into that. And so what she got out of it was Momo losing her shit, broken on blast, Brooke breaking up with him or him breaking up with her. And because you have to remember, these, and Jen Bailey as well, who she hates, these women went after her adopted son in prison and her husband and her daughter. I mean, they all go after each other. Amber does it too. But I think once they really went hard on her husband and like her marriage and all that, I think she was like, all right, now I hate Momo, Anne, and Brooke and Jen more than I hate JY. So that's what she got out of it, I think. And what he got out of it was way bigger. So she should have, such a dumb deal that they made, because he was terrified because his name on YouTube was just garbage. I mean, it is still, but she had done so many lives that she had flooded the algorithm with hashtag John Yates. So when anyone looks for him, all that comes up is all these Amber lives saying all these things that he's been doing and playing his old clips. So that's hurting his money and his image. And this is all about that. Because if he wants to go any farther in this, which I'm sure he wants to, but he never will, he needs his name to be cleaner, obviously. And it can't be associated with racism and all this stuff. And so she took those videos, made them private, so then the hashtags disappear, so then it improves his score or whatever in the algorithm or his standing, which sucks because everyone should know, about that. Because he's a menace to society. Yep, she did it for pizza too, for pineapple pizza that she can send to herself. Things like that. But I am getting sleepy, you guys. But I had so much fun chatting with you. It's been nice to be back on the Joleen Vlogs channel. Thank you for joining me for both lives. Thank you for understanding when my phone went dead. I charged it up on, they have those chargers now where you can plug it in and they charge so quickly. It's like, why did we ever fuck around with the other chargers? So I plugged in once I got home and did a couple things around the house, and then it was fully charged again. Now it's back down to 18%. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate just getting to chat and do casual content, and you guys putting up with me and my love of seasonal decor. So tomorrow, I have to get caught up on some Big Brother videos for sure on my other channel. But for this channel, I think I'll do a Michael's trip and take you guys with me. I'm not sure what time. Depends on when I wake up and, if I go to bed now and if I actually fall asleep or if I turn on some show and start watching it. But I would like to get some more stuff, especially for my tree, and take you guys with me and chit chat, and we'll see. Who knows? We could have some crazy lives happening tonight by some of these creators, quote unquote, to chat about. Otherwise, we'll just chat about whatever we want. But yeah, thank you for, thanks, Atharella. Thank you to my mods. I appreciate you guys so much. You are like, saving grace for me. I so appreciate you and just being able to trust you and you guys having my back. I really appreciate it. How many times can I say appreciate? I'll try to get my Etsy updated, please remind me. But hit the like if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the conversations in the comments. You guys are all amazing. Get all the rest wherever you're in the world. Enjoy your day, night, whatever time it is where you are. And I'll be back very soon tomorrow, hopefully with more. I don't even think I have an outro for this channel. I was just looking for an outro, so we'll just have to awkwardly end it. I need to make an outro, but we'll see you later. Me and Tilly. Tilly, can you say anything? She's licking her paws right now. She's cleaning herself. She's very busy, you guys. She'll talk to you later. Okay, good night.